Hey guys, hi. I wanted to share with you how I realize sometimes, that I have been slacking in doing my meditation practice. So let's get started on this video. Back in the day when I was in the corporate, I used to remember the time when, when you have a deadline, you have a lot of, or maybe you have a project in your hand and you do not know how to, you do not know how to get about it. You haven't like worked on it, you have no experience, but you still have to finish that project because it's with you now and you have to prove yourself, not just finish. You need to prove yourself that you know stuff and you have to be on time. Then you have to um, finish it, get the resources, start working on it, give guidance and all of that. That's a pretty stressful situation to be at. And I remember when I used to have such projects, every project is a new project. Nobody really prepares for, is ready for, a project. This is just a myth that even though you have an experience, if you have an experience, that means you will be able to tackle anything. No, that's not true. Because in this day and age, every project is something new you have never done before. There's always a new software. There's always a new thing, requirement that comes up that you have never worked on. So it's always going to be a new thing. But yet we feel like, oh, you know what, I have to pretend that I have to, I've done this before like 1,000 times, things like that you just need to project that image. But yeah, that's another whole big topic. But coming to that sense of stress, that fear of not able to complete it, that having that pressure, the timeline on your head, you know what I'm talking about, that that pressure that you go through every single day at your work. And well, I remember that very well. And I remember also that when I go back home, I would always think about it, that like my whole space, even though I'm at home, I'm really not enjoying at that time. Yes, I didn't have kids, but I couldn't enjoy my weekend. I would be just saying that, hey, I need to work, I need to work, I need to work, I need to work. And I couldn't plan anything. And then even if I did plan, I would be guilty that I was there. It was such a mess that just couldn't enjoy the weekend. I would just wanted to wait, go back and finish that project, and maybe wait for a vacation that I planned, I don't know, 3 months after, and wait for that day to come, and every day like hope, just thinking about that vacation. um, so this used to be my life. Does anything resonate with you? Does this resonate with you guys? Well, this, so what really happened, what really happens at that point is that your the space, the fear, the anxiety, the overwhelm, the comparison, the judgment, all of these emotions are taking up all your space. And what these emotions basically trigger, your stress response, you're in survival at this point when you are in these emotional, when you're triggering these emotional responses continuously. It's not just one day. It's not just that you have it today and then but in an hour it's done. Like, for example, you're driving a car and somebody passes you and you had to just suddenly brake. That's a short term. Yes, you still go through a stress response. Your body physiologically triggers all those stress responses, survival, the fight and flight mode. But that's a short term. Once the car goes away and everything is fine, you look around, you see that okay, everything is fine, and you're back to being normal. You're back to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which calms you down, which tells you that everything is fine, you're okay, there is no threat to your life. Unlike that, at work or in relationships, things are not like that. You don't go back to normal in an hour, it stays with you. This is called acute stress. And probably you even may be living in chronic stress, that you're living in the response. Every single day you wake up with that response, you sleep with that. And this is definitely not good for you. Did you know that 89% of hospital visits, the physician, your physical doctor visits, any issues that you have, any illnesses, diseases, are the root cause is stress. Yet We do not know how to recognize it. We do not know what to do with it, and we just live with it, and by just ignoring any sign we get, any sign, any symptoms: impatience, intolerance, anger, frustration, migraines, headaches, shoulder pains, insomnia, endocrine system problems like thyroid and diabetes, heart problems, um, reproductive issues, having low sex drive. All these issues are a result of stress. Now think about it. And now, and coming back to my present day, like being now an entrepreneur, I have that the moment when do I realize that things that I have been slacking at my meditation is when I go by days. I am like fully like, I have even, I have deadlines right now just to release a product or launch a course or whatever that is. And you have to go through all those steps, and you're working at it. You're making sure you're at it. You're getting, things, stuff ready, and you have meetings. You're doing all sorts of things. And there's a point that comes when you feel extremely stressed, like, oh my goodness, there's so much to do and I have so little time. This is it. You have so much to do and you have so little time. This is my giveaway to tell me that I haven't been meditating, and I need to go back and meditate. Because the moment when your heart gets filled up with these emotions of lack, of not having enough time, you have swarmed with work, you're swarmed with deadlines, you don't have enough, you're getting into the stress mode. And I know how that ends, because that ends by ruining your weekend, getting out on your family, by living in fear, in anxiety, and just looking towards future when this is going to end, and not living in the present. This is how it's going to end. So the moment I realize that, what, I'm getting stressed, I'm not able to meet up the demands are my coping mechanism is not able to meet the demands, external demand. That's basically stress. When your internal coping mechanism is not able to meet the requirement, meet the demands, your external demands, that is stress. So basically, that is your telltale sign. That is my telltale sign. Like, yes, I need to go and freaking get some meditation done. I need to go, like, sit for an hour or two. Yes, you may think, like, what, you don't have time to finish the stuff, and where are you gonna, how would you go and spend your time just doing nothing and sitting in meditation? I'm telling you, that is the best thing that you can do. So to increase the space in your heart, to shift, to shift from sympathetic nervous system to parasympathetic, to activate that, to clear all those emotions and create space, so that you can access your creativity, your intuition, your higher intelligence, so that you can finish the work much faster, without getting into that anxiety mode, without, because when you get into that, it's, you are just going to go into the spiral down of no time, no, so much work, you're stuck, you don't have enough resources, all of those thoughts, all of those excuse, those those things will start getting more and more real for you. You start getting into that loop. Remember, guys, the two levels of consciousness, scarcity and abundance, it's it's the different side of the same coin. So you either are living in lack or in abundance. So the meditation is the way that opens up your heart into that of abundance, into that of connectedness, into that of having mode, instead of being in the lack mode. So this is my tip, guys. This is whenever you feel like, what, I don't have time, I don't have so much to do, I don't know how to meet, and you're, in the stress mode, you're getting into the stress, just leave everything, go find a quiet spot and meditate. And you know how to meditate. Well, my favorite method and the best method that absolutely works is anapanasati, which is just observing your breath, your normal easy breath. There's no chanting, there's no visualization, there is no holding of breath. It's just easy normal breath. Just observe it. That's all it takes. And do that. I'm telling you, you will be able to achieve much more and be more productive and perform really efficiently at your work, in your relationships, if you do this. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.